This stop is South End Avenue and Albany Street. Next stop, Warren Street and Greenwich Street. This stop is Warren Street and Greenwich Street. Next stop, Warren Street and Church Street. This stop is Warren Street and Church Street. Next stop, Park Row and Spruce Street. Transfer available to M22. This stop is Park Row and Spruce Street. Next stop, Park Row and St. James Place. This stop is Park Row and St. James Place. Next stop, East Broadway and Catherine Street. This stop is East Broadway and Catherine Street. Next stop, East Broadway and Forsyth Street. This stop is East Broadway and Forsyth Street. Next stop, East Broadway and Pike Street. This stop is East Broadway and Pike Street. Next stop, Essex Street and Canal Street. This stop is Essex Street and Canal Street. Next stop, Essex Street and Grand Street. This stop is Essex Street and Grand Street. Next stop, Essex Street and Delancey Street. Transfers available to the F, J, M and Z trains, M14 ASBS and B39. This stop is Essex Street and Delancey Street. Next stop, East Houston Street and Norfolk Street. This stop is East Houston Street and Norfolk Street. Next stop, East Houston Street and Clinton Street. This stop is East Houston Street and Clinton Street. Next stop, East Houston Street and Ridge Street. This stop is East Houston Street and Ridge Street. Next stop, Avenue C and East 3rd Street. This stop is Avenue C and East 3rd Street. Next stop, Avenue C and East 5th Street. This stop is Avenue C and East 5th Street. Next stop, Avenue C and East 7th Street. This stop is Avenue C and East 7th Street. Next stop, Avenue C and East 11th Street. Transfer available to M14 DSBS. This stop is Avenue C and East 11th Street. Next stop, Avenue C and East 12th Street. This stop is Avenue C and East 12th Street. Next stop, Avenue C and East 14th Street. This stop is Avenue C and East 14th Street. Next stop, Avenue C and East 16th Street. This stop is Avenue C and East 16th Street. Next stop, Avenue C and FDR Drive. This stop is Avenue C and FDR Drive. Next stop, East 20th Street and East 20th Street Loop. Transfer available to M23 SBS. This stop is East 20th Street and East 20th Street Loop. Next stop, First Avenue and East 23rd Street. Transfers available to M15, M15 SBS, M23 SBS, M34 SBS and M34A SBS. This stop is First Avenue and East 23rd Street. Next stop, First Avenue and East 25th Street. Transfer available to M15. This stop is First Avenue and East 25th Street. This is M9 to Kips Bay First Avenue 26th Street. A fare is required to ride.